My market, St. Louis, Missouri. I own 70 rentals. We manage close to 600 units. We're on track to sell 125 turnkeys. We'll do 100 wholesales.
I hate the expression location, because it's so overused, because I've seen a lot of guys with good locations lose their shirt, and I've seen a lot of really smart people with not such good locations make a fortune. So I always say talent over location. I just noticed that when you have that right piece of property, whatever it might be, including location, it tends to work well in good times and in bad times.
It really doesn't have anything to do about the real estate. What it has to do with is the 30-year fixed mortgage. So there's been talk this week about if liquidity tightens up, we're really in a bad spot, right? My belief is that a 30-year fixed mortgage to a highly paid W-2 employee will never go away and is resistant through any market cycle. So the doctors, the lawyers, the highly paid professionals will always be able to get liquidity because there's government fixed financing. So we call it the golden ticket. And it basically means a 30-year fixed loan. These conventional loans started as a subsidy for the housing market. They wanted to drive up home ownership in the 2000s. But the corollary to that, they didn't say you could get one of these. They said you could get 10 of these if you qualify, and the basic qualification is having a highly paid W-2 job. And the miraculous part, if you're married, you can get 20 of these loans. So all you need is a W-2. You can get 10, because this is how I got started in real estate. I got 10 W-2 loans for rentals. My wife was married, so we got up to 20. And this is for a W-2 employee. What's the problem, other than hating your job? What's the problem with being a W-2 employee? Taxes. Thank you, Marcus. If you make 200 grand as an employee, how much do you actually put in your pocket? Maybe 100, maybe 120, right? The whole reason I got into real estate is I was a highly paid W-2 employee making $250 to $300 a year, and I was keeping 150, and I was losing my family, and I was like, I'm sacrificing all this for half. My whole business, the whole reason I got into real estate was a tax revolt. Real estate has created the most millionaires in this country.
Every time something comes up in New York, I want to buy it, and I bid, and I say I'm going to get it because I'm way overpaying, and somebody buys it for twice as much as I'm bidding.
The bridge between the employee is they're not told this in school, they're not told this by their managers, they're not told this by their HR employee. So it's our job to educate them. The median home price in the United States for the past 70 years has doubled every 20 years. And they're like, okay, what about the Great Recession? And then it's okay, it was a little dip here, there was a little dip here, but between 2000 and 2020, housing prices still doubled. 2008 was just a blip. There is no asset class on Wall Street that has doubled every 20 years and done it consistently for 7 years. The blue line is median home price not adjusted for inflation. So over the past 70 years, real estate has outperformed inflation. This is a cash flowing hedge. Back to the 30-year loan. Warren Buffett did a great interview where he's, yes, your home mortgage is great. I wish Berkshire Hathaway could get 30-year fixed financing.
If you are a young individual investor at home and you have your choice between buying your first home or investing in stocks, where would you tell someone is the better bet?
I would buy a home and I'd finance it with a 30-year mortgage. It's a terrific deal.
He left out a little dirty secret. He made people believe your personal home mortgage is a great investment. He didn't mention the fact that you can get 10 of these. If he thinks the 30-year mortgage is the best investment in the world and you can get 20 of them, might want to get 20 of these. Might want to sell to somebody you can get 20. Investing in the stock market is playing football before the forward pass. It's just brute force, 11 dudes getting up on a line and banging heads. Like, it's stupid. If you're going to play football, you want to win. You want to win by passing and special teams. You want to be able to win in multiple ways. So this is how we coach them, that this is how they win. Like, they win on appreciation. Everybody knows that. Everybody playing the stock market knows it. They win on cash flow, and it's mind-blowing to them that they can go into debt and have cash delivered to them monthly. And then really where the W-2 employee needs is leverage. Who thinks you can get wealthy using only your own money, your own after-tax income? Nobody thinks you can get wealthy doing that. So we all have access to different funding sources and different liquidity. These employees don't. All they have is their golden tickets. This is their only chance to use other people's money, and it's fixed, it's safe, it's fixed. There's 4 ways to win. We call them the 4 pillars. These are cash flowing hedges. The price of your mortgage will stay the same for the next 30 years. Anybody think the American dollar is going to gain value in the next 30 years? Raise your hand. So the reason I love my rentals, the ones on 30-year notes, is the back 15 years of those notes, I'm sending money back to the bank that is garbage. And tomorrow's dollar is worth less than today. So I'm like, I'll take your debt on today's dollar, and then I'm gonna give you back garbage dollars on the back half of the loan. But what is gonna happen to rents if inflation carries on? It's gonna go up. So your mortgage payment stays the same and your rent goes up. So your cash flow grows over time. I've done some dumb stuff in this business. I've forgotten about houses I've owned. I've let rehabs go too long. I've mismanaged employees. Like, if there was something stupid to do in this industry, I've done it. But I believe the dumbest thing I've ever done is sell these long-term assets that are guaranteed to appreciate in cash flow based off their year one performance. And I just said, I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, I'm like, you are dumb shit, and you are not gonna do this anymore. I've had people who started buying for me in 18 and 19. They bought 10 houses from me. They already have $500,000 in equity. Like year one, even if cash flows 3.4%, this is worst case example. Cash flows 3.4%, your principal pay down is still a 4% cash on cash return. Throw in tax savings year one of 1%. And then if you're using leverage and the house appreciates by 5%, but you have only 20% into the deal, what is the rate of return on that? The cash on cash return. You got, call it a $100,000 house. You got 20 grand into the house, it goes up 5 grand. That's a 25% cash on cash return. And that appreciation, I got 70 years of data saying that's gonna happen. The people on Wall Street are trying to get onto Main Street. Why aren't you doing the same thing?
Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you make over 300K per year, I think my program could be great for you. We're gonna find beat up houses like this one behind me that we just started rehab in. I don't know if the video is doing justice to how bad these floors is. And then let me take you through a spin here. This is the kitchen. Don't notice there is no kitchen. But our investors love deals like this because they know in 3 weeks, this is going to be a beautiful kitchen waiting for either a new homeowner or a new resident to rent. So if you're interested in investing in real estate in a completely passive manner and want someone to find the house, to fix the house, to find a tenant, or help you sell it, click the link below to book a call.